From Dandasana to Pascimottanasana, you'll inhale, raise the head, and exhale, you'll start to hinge at the hips, bringing the low ribs towards the knees and walking the hands forward. For Pascimottanasana A, for the peace fingers hook around the big toe, elbows are reaching out to the side, and you'll continually lengthen the spine, bringing the low ribs towards the knees. Okay? Keep the neck in line with the spine. And so the adjustment here is to come behind and take your hands to the low back. And so remember, we're always wanting to lengthen the spine. And so from the low back, I'm going to push up and forward. So you can kind of see how my hands are sliding here. Okay. And again, you want to hold for a breath or two. So that's one option. Another is, depending on how comfortable you are with the student, you can take your chest onto their back and push like this. It's a really nice deep adjustment there. I'll show you one more option to help them get into Pascimottanasana. So inhale, lift up, and so your foot is going to stabilize their feet. You're going to take their hands and make sure that they're leading with their sternum. So they're not just sort of like rounding and letting their shoulders jet forward, and you're just gently pulling. Bring your chest forward. Yes. Okay. So that's A. So go ahead back down into A with the peace fingers. So 5 breaths here. You'll inhale, rise the chest, and then you'll exhale, hold the outside of the feet for B. Again, elbows out to the side, so we're not collapsing. Beautiful. Feet are staying flexed. Same adjustment goes here. And then C is inhaling, raising the chest, and exhaling, reaching the hands in front of the feet, or coming back to B, depending on where you are. So C, you would adjust, right hand holds the left wrist and fold down just as you were before, or go back to B. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, inhale, rise all the way up. Place the hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards the hips. And so we're coming into reverse plank. First modification is reverse tabletop. So then the knees and feet are hips width apart. Make sure you have Hasta Bandha, so the index fingers pointing forward, and you're pressing into the base of the index finger, pinky, and thumb. Inhale, lift the hips up, and drop the head in line with the spine. So you're looking for this nice straight line from the knees to the crown of the head. So that's option 1, lower down. Option 2, straighten out the legs. Okay. The toes are pointed, so this is Purvottanasana in Sanskrit. And again, same thing with the hands. Inhale, lift the hips up, and you're pointing the toes towards the mat. Now there is an option to come and just gently lift the hips, but it's not necessary. Because she will lift as much as she's able to with her body. And exhale, lower down. So then there would be a vinyasa here. So you would press and lift. You don't have to do it. So you would press and lift. Do your chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and then hop the feet back forward. All right. So Ardha, Badha, Padmottanasana is Ardha Badha means half bound. Padmottanasana is lotus, so half bound lotus pose. So we'll find modifications here. So notice that when Carolina goes for half lotus, her knee is still lifted. If the knee is lifted here, you have an option. You can place a block underneath, but I wouldn't advise it. I would wait until the hip is more open so that we're not hurting the knee. So we'll just come into Janu Shirshasana as a modification here. Okay, so whether you're in Dhanusasana or whether you're in half bound lotus, and I'll show both so that we can get an idea. So if you're doing half bound lotus, you want to make sure this knee is on the mat, and the same hand for the knee that's bent reaches around and binds to the foot. So whichever posture you're in, inhale, square the chest over the outstretched leg, foot is flexed. Exhale, start to hinge forward just like we did for Pascimottanasana, bringing the low ribs towards the knee and lengthening through the crown of the head. 5 breaths. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, inhale, rise all the way up. And then you would move through a vinyasa before doing the other side.